Pro Filter Foundation by Rihanna. Hi everyone, my name is Sarah. I wasn't too excited about it just because maraming celebrities lately, they've been coming out with their own makeup line, and parang people just buy it usually because their names are there. And usually it has a really high price point na parang medyo napapaisip ako. Plus, I've also been on a sort of makeup no-buy for months since before my wedding. I mean, of course I still buy makeup, but I don't buy in bulk and I don't buy really expensive items. In the last 2 or 3 weeks, it's kind of been coming back. And then finally, when Rihanna dropped her Fenty line, I got really curious. I wasn't sure if I was gonna buy. I kept watching all the reviews on Instagram, on YouTube. I was reading mga articles then ever since the day that it came out. I watched a lot of reviews. Problems that they had with it, if any, and what they love. Para rin alam ko kung ano yung dapat kong bilhin and kung alin yung wag na lang, baka sayang yung pera ko. Because it's still quite a bit of money. It's not the most expensive makeup, pero medyo pricey pa rin siya. And I found myself on the Sephora PH website at least 10 times before, maybe 20 times before I actually purchased something. Also because I was trying to figure out kung anong foundation shade yung babagay sa akin. I've never purchased foundation online. It's very helpful on the website because there is a way for you to find your shade. There's this thing that you click on that says parang find your match or something. So there you input yung brand that you probably already have, a foundation brand that you have, the makeup brand, and then the color or shade that you're in. Tapos sasabihin niya sa'yo dun sa dulo which shade of the Fenty foundation, Pro Filter foundation, you're supposed to order. It always came up na yung tan neutral, which was 300, but I was a little worried because I kept watching yung mga videos and where they said na nagdo-darken yung foundation. So I wasn't sure if I was supposed to go with that. Plus, I also really wanted the darker one, which was in the olive tone, undertone, but it was too dark, I realized eventually. Tried to play it safe and I went one shade lighter because that's what they were recommending. Nakasulat din doon in fine print that if you can't decide between two shades, pick the lighter one. So I picked the shade lighter than 300, which is olive toned, which works for me. So I got the 290 and I hope that it will work out. Baby, oh, it's not. Huh? It's not dead. Joke lang. I thought it died. Sorry, I love you. I ordered from Sephora.ph, which is where you can buy it. I am from the Philippines, by the way, if you're not aware. I am Filipina. You can only find it on Sephora. You can order online and they will ship it to you. Just to let you know, it took about 5-6 days to get to me. I was a little worried somewhere in between kasi it said when you track it, it said it was stuck in customs, the Bureau of Customs, because they were checking it or something like that, or they awaiting tax or whatever. So I was really worried and I tried to find the BOC, but I went to the wrong one. Anyway, that happened yesterday. Last night I checked it again and it said that it cleared through customs, and this morning it was delivered to my place. So give it about that time, and also don't do what I did and panic when it says that. So it worked out naman. Let's do this. I'm so excited. I've said too much already. Here is my huge package. Get the stuff inside. Now I've opened this already, of course, but I haven't really seen the products yet, only in their boxes. First is the primer. The reviews about it, a lot of people were just like, lukewarm about the primer, but I was still really curious. Plus, I also need a new primer anyway. The only one that I'm using now is the one from Vanilla Co., which is a matte primer. And this is supposedly kind of a matte primer as well, if I'm not mistaken. Smooth pore diffusing. Okay, so it's not a matte primer. It just says smooth pore diffusing finish extended makeup wear. So it's just supposed to make your makeup last longer, and it's supposed to control your pores a little bit, but it's not a matte primer. Maybe today I'll do what they did and I'll use it in one half of my face, and then I'll leave the other half na walang primer. What do you think? It's only one shade. It's soft matte. This is the product. Very cute. nude pink or blush pink yung color niya, and it comes in a very heavy, heavy bottle. It reminds me of the packaging of the Marc Jacobs. Parang ganon siya kasi frosted glass din, and then it's got a cap, and then it has a pump. You have to give it a few pumps. So, it smells good. Not too strong, which is something I like. Mabango siya. And it feels good. It feels very moisturizing. Some primers, diba, or like my Vanilla Co primer, has silicone, so very foamy or medyo thick yung texture niya. Primer that kind of feels like this is the Hangover X1 from Too Faced. So just so you can see, these are my problems right now. I have a dry spot here. I have hyperpigmentation there. Some leftover pimple marks here. So I got that much. And I'm going to put it on this part. Again, it feels really nice on the skin. Medyo parang may slight pinkish tint siya. It's not white. It's not clear. So I'm guessing meron siyang, I'm just guessing, okay? It feels like because of the tint, may brightening effect din siya. I have really bad skin right now, but kahit papano naman, it did fill up some of my pores here. Under the eye, slightly blurred it, and it looks good on the line. Hindi naman siya super blurring or pore filling. More than anything, I think it's hydrating. Malambot siya. So feeling ko the makeup will definitely, or the foundation will definitely have something to cling on to. By the way, before all of this, I had already used a moisturizer because I do know that the foundation is meant to be worn with a moisturizer under kasi parang matte foundation nga siya. So, especially if you have dry skin, definitely use a really good moisturizer. And for people like me naman, I have combo skin, so I still have to use moisturizer. I guess if you're oily, maybe nothing too thick or maybe something on the milder side. Okay, now that I gave it some time to settle, hi Libby's hair, it does have, parang this side looks brighter, and also it does look a little more parang finish, slight matte finish here compared to the left side. And the under eyes look a little bit better on this side. This is the foundation. I got mine in $2.90. Okay, so nakalock siya nun. I don't want to open it from there. I'll open it from under. Are you guys like that as well? When the boxes are too pretty, parang ayaw mo siyang masira. And then you want to keep it forever. Even if you have to get your product from inside the box all the time. It looks exactly like the primer, except ito, clear, white lang siya, yung cap niya, and clear lang yung frosted na bottle. By the way, these both have 32 ml of product in them, and they're good for 12 months from when you open. It says here, shake well. So again, this is $2.90, and I'm so nervous. I hope it's the right shade for me. And that's how it looks on the skin. I don't think you guys can see it because it's blending really well with my color. I'm just gonna go ahead and put it on my face. Again, this is the side with the primer, this is the side without. I wasn't able to buy her sponge. I thought I bought it, but I didn't pala. I really wanted to, but I guess it's okay that I didn't get it. Maybe next time. So for today, I'll just use my own beauty blender. So this is going to be a little confusing. I don't want to do it na same, na one side beauty blender and one side brush, because that's not going to be fair. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it this way. I'll do the lower half with beauty blender, and I'll do the other half with the brush. If I don't like it with just the brush, I'll just probably use the beauty blender all over. What I learned from the reviews is that it dries really fast. Kailangan mabilis kang mag-work with this one, or you have to really work it into your skin really fast, or do it in parts. I'll start with this part first. I'll use my Morphe M439, and usually what they do is they spread it all over and then spread it muna with a normal brush. Ooh, it's really watery. Okay, so that's the upper half of my face. So I'm gonna spread it. Parang kulang yung nilagay ko. I'll do one more pump. So I'm spreading it first with a flat brush. And I'm gonna use this one na to get it in there. Very light yung coverage niya. This is supposed to be medium to full, so you can really build it up. And from what I've seen, they can really build it up to full coverage, which is what I like for events. I did have some redness here because I have a dry patch here. And it's mostly covered it. And also yung medyo darkness under my eyes, tolerable siya. And also actually feels very light. Feel like wala masyadong nakalagay sa skin mo. I kind of can't really tell. Okay, I can slightly tell that I'm wearing foundation, but it's not heavy at all. That is 2 pumps. I think I'm gonna have to add one more. And then spread it out. That is much better. Much better. Let's see if I'll need less product pag sa baba with the beauty blender. Siyempre yung 5-head ko. Unfair pala kasi mas maraming product kailangan sa 5-head ko. Sarah, you're being unfair. Then again, don't diss the 5-head. Rihanna has that too. I'm not sure I like how it's putting the foundation on my nose. I might have to go over that with a beauty blender later. But everywhere else, parang okay lang naman siya. And the foundation so far looks really nice. I'll try now the beauty blender on the lower half. Pero I will put it on with this brush again first. Kasi if you, napansin daw nung iba is nasusoak up agad ng beauty blender yung product. So, I'll use this again. Okay, let's use my black beauty blender to get it in now. I still don't like the finish of the foundation on my nose, so I'm gonna, with the brush, so I'm gonna go over it with the beauty blender. I didn't put more product dito sa brush, but I'm just using yung mga na leftover pa dito. And I'm just going over yung area ko with my blemishes. And it's definitely working. It's covered up like 2 out of 3. Isa na lang yung medyo nakikita ko. So, I'll go over it a bit and then I'll use the beauty blender. Medyo mas nauna nang mag-dry yung, syempre yung upper part of my face. And so far, it looks really good and it looks pretty natural actually. Of course, I still look like I have foundation on, but it doesn't look thick at all. I think I kind of like the finish. It's not super matte, but it's matte enough. Kasi meron akong super matte, the Marc Jacobs one, and when I put that on, parang talagang nawawala yung mga features ko. I feel like my face is like one-dimensional when I wear that. But this one, I still feel like I have a face, I do have features, I do have levels to my face. So it looks good, but it does feel like it controls the rest of my skin, but at the same time it gives me like really nice glow in the areas where I would glow. So of course I've heard of a lot of reviews, but this is still like from what I'm seeing now. Yung area with the brush that I used, it's okay. It's actually really okay with my flat brush, but I think I prefer the area na dinaanan ko with the beauty blender. So I'm just gonna go over everything with the beauty blender, okay? Because I feel like mas gusto ko siya. So I'm thinking spreading out the foundation on your face with the fingers first para hindi ma-absorb ng beauty blender yung product, and then the beauty blender, or ito brush and then the beauty blender. I think that's the better combination. So here, I don't know if you guys can still see it. Meron pa rin naman. It's not completely gone. Medyo dark kasi siya talaga. But it's tolerable, I feel. And for the shade, I really see the green undertone in this one. Don't think I have very many except yung EX1 ko na foundation na merong olive undertones. The other one that really works for me is the Makeup Forever one with yellow undertones. So that's really good for me too. But I feel like I like this one because it does have green undertone. And I do have, see, my veins are very green. So that works for me. I just want to see how it will look later on pagka medyo mas nag-set na siya. But so far, this is the foundation. Let's check out if the side without the primer looks any different from the side with the primer. So maybe sa pore area dito sa merong cheeks ko, maybe this one is a little bit more controlled. So far I like this foundation. Up next, I have the Trio Matchsticks. So, She has matchsticks as well. So she has shimmer matchsticks, she has matte matchsticks. Matte matchsticks, so pwede siyang concealer, pwede siyang foundation, pwede siyang contour. Doon naman sa shimmer matchsticks, she has them in different shades. Merong mga pang highlight lang, merong medyo parang on the pinkish side, merong medyo on the orange side. I think she has like a neon green ba, or like a yellowish one, and then she also has more on the purplish side. So those are, I think, confetti and unicorn, and those look really good. I actually am a little sad I didn't get them, just because I feel like they would look really good as a highlight and also as eyeshadow. But instead I got the Matchsticks trio. So she also is offering yung trio na. Pagka nakaset na siyang trio, you have light, medium, tan, and deep. And in the set, you get 2 mattes and 1 shimmer. That is what I got. And by the way, I am well aware that they are magnetized. So cool. Yung mismong packages, when you stick them together, they stick together. And even without me unboxing them, they're already sticking together. I got it in medium 200. This is what it looks like inside. It's all stuck together. And then you can separate them. In this trio, bamboo for highlighting or concealing, mocha for contouring, and trippin as your highlight. Ooh, so pretty. Wait, okay, so let's just really look at the packaging. This is how big it is. This is a Huawei P9. That's how big it is. I'm gonna start off with bamboo. Wow, and it looks really pretty. So I'm gonna roll it all the way up so you see kung gaano kadami yung laman niya, and it's quite thick. Okay, so that's as far as it goes, but it is quite thick. I feel like this will last naman. With sticks anyway, especially with this one, if you're not going to use it as your foundation, you're just going to use it to highlight and conceal, then it's going to last you a while. We'll see how it performs now. I'll put it on my face. So far the foundation has dried already. Oh no, it's not too light on me, parang. After a few more swipes, it's light naman pala enough. And then I'm gonna go up to my nose a little bit to contour that too. I actually like it already, I don't know why. I'm gonna use my beauty blender to get that in there. So it feels like a stick foundation. It doesn't feel like your usual concealer. I'm not sure if that brightened it up. I'm gonna go one more time. So I did about almost 2 layers. It's covering up that red spot that I have there. Not bad. So I feel like this is the type of consistency that you're not supposed to move around. You're really just supposed to pat it in softly. It didn't make my eye bags disappear completely, but I kind of like it. I feel like I could use this also as a concealer on a normal day. Highlight where I usually highlight, down the bridge of my nose, which is tricky because I have a crooked nose, thanks to my stupidity when I was a kid in preschool. It on my chin as well. I like this. I think I will include this in my makeup routine for a regular day and even for days that I need to be fully made up. I'm usually just like one or the other. Because on a normal day I don't like to wear a lot of makeup, but when I do wear makeup I have to wear a lot of it for work. It feels really good on the skin too, very light. It's this one with the lines under my eyes. So far, you know, they're quite forgiving naman. It doesn't make them disappear, but they look okay. Mocha. Oh, it's so pretty. I really don't wanna. I hate it when that happens. You have something new and it looks so good and you just don't want to use it. And swiping up a bit towards the side of the mouth. This one is the grayer formula. So 2 swipes. I'll bring it up here. Oh, there's a lot of area here to cover. And then down here again. Under. And then side to the nose. This is usually the part that I hate to contour because I can never get it right. Again, I have a crooked nose, and with liquid, parang nasusundan ko siya. But this one gave me a straight line. I will use my beauty blender to blend that in, going up, to create the illusion of higher cheekbones. I feel pretty. Pretty, oh so pretty. Like I said, I always go in between. I mean, I never go in between. It's usually like very light, very fresh, dewy kind of makeup. Parang you just came from the beach or something. Or I like really made up because that's what I need for work. And I feel like with the products I have so far, I can definitely play around with them. I can definitely have both. I can use it for both. This is Trippin'. Feels very solid, and the design, everyone's been talking about the design, right? I really like it too. I'm a fan. This is the Shimmer Skin Stick. It has 7.10 grams of product in there, so same with kanina. Peachy kind of shimmer, and I don't know if this will work as a highlight for me or as some sort of blush, but we'll see. Okay, highlight na siya. I feel like I don't want to put it directly on the skin. I'll put it on my hand and then I'll put it on the skin. Parang feeling ko masisira yung what I already have on. Plus, I also really like using shimmer like this. It's on my hand. Oh, on camera it looks really good. Oh, but wait, there's really I already have like a natural looking highlight over there because of my oils. And because of the foundation. Because the foundation and the highlight that I did there earlier with Bamboo, which is a matte highlight, already helped with the oils of my skin. I already look like I have a natural highlight. This is really nice because it makes your skin look healthy. So this is what it looks like with the shimmer stick in Trippin'. I'm not sure if I like this, honestly speaking. I love cream highlights. I love my Makeup Forever palette, and it has a cream highlight that okay, I don't use this word loosely, but I am obsessed with it because that's what I use on a normal basis. That and my Opal liquid highlighter. This one, I don't know. Maybe without foundation underneath, I would use this. So for a more natural look, I think I would. But on top of foundation, I think it's just okay. Maybe maganda siyang pang base for the highlight later. Again, it's okay. It's pretty. I'm gonna use it also as my inner corner highlight. I like it. I'm thinking if I should put it on my eyes as well. I did it. I like it on the eyes. I would probably use this as an eye makeup base, especially for those sweeter, very simple looks. I'm done with the Matchstick trio. It's sealed na naman dito sa taas and I don't want to take it out. Chili Mango is one of the shimmer sticks that I decided to buy solo because I don't think it comes with a set. I saw this during one of her teasers where she had like a jumble of different kind of words that meant that they were going to be names of the products, and I saw Chili Mango and it stood out to me as soon as I saw it there. Plus I love spicy mangoes. And then when I saw the color, I quickly fell in love with it because it's a very bright orange. Pero hindi siya yung red orange. It's like true orange. Usually for my more natural looks, I'm very drawn to the pinks, to the reds, to the oranges. I feel like they work really well with my skin, and I don't know, I guess with my face. On my cheeks, on a normal day, I really don't like to wear powder blush. I love my creams and my liquids. So even for blush, I usually just use either like a liquid tint or my Bobbi Brown cream. It's just usually those are the things I use. Things that sink into your skin and look more natural and give you that healthy flush. But most of them are on the red, pink, and medyo purplish side. So I wanted something that would be more peachy, more orange, because that is the look that you get when you come from the beach. And then I said, I really need to get that. I mean, I had already carded so many things, pero I was deciding, and Chili Mango was one of those things that I were like, do I need it? But I decided that I need it in my life, and I'm really, really going to be disappointed if I don't like it. So I hope that I like it. This is what it looks like. Same case, by the way. This is what it looks like. Look at the orange. It's so neon. I'm a little scared now, but I really hope that it works for my skin tone. Let's see how it'll look if I try to dab it on my cheeks. I'm using it as a blush, by the way, today. And I swear, I think I will love this on my face without makeup. I'm just gonna use my finger instead because Parang ang weird niya. Okay. It's very orangey. But I like it. I like it! It's so nice! Okay, so of course, kung ilalagay mo talaga siya all over, I mean, kung ibubudbud mo siya on your face, it's probably gonna look a little scary, but like this, carefully being tapped on the cheek, making it look like you're just naturally sun-kissed, I really like. I like it. I like it. I saw some people use this as eyeshadow. I guess, yeah, I could definitely use it as eyeshadow as well, especially if you ganun yung magiging look ko. I can use it as eyeshadow base or maybe even just alone. But for today, I'm just gonna, I like it on my, I think on camera it looks a little more faint. But in person, I think it looks like a very nice, healthy beach flush. I'll put a little on the nose bridge. That also gives you the more parang natural beach flush effect. I will highlight some more, this time with the Kilowatt Freestyle Highlighter Duo. Now, I know everyone is talking about Trophy Wife, and I know that is the star of the show. That is what makes Rihanna's makeup line her. But I have to admit, I got a little scared, and I had to set my priorities, and I had to get things that I thought I would be able to use. Somewhere down the line, I hope to get that as well because it looks really good as eyeshadow. I saw so many people using it as their gold eyeshadow. But for now, sabi ko, okay, wait, dyan ka muna. Kilowatt Freestyle Highlighter Duo in Mean Money and Hustla Baby. I believe this falls under the tan shade range. Ang ganda ng boxes niya, by the way. Her packaging is beautiful. It's unlike, it reminds me of NARS, but like an artistic NARS. It's white. It is plastic, but it looks very beautiful. And it has a reflect, purpley pink reflect. So that is really nice. It's got a huge mirror that you can actually use. We have Mean Money and Hustla Baby. So Mean Money, from what I've heard, Mean Money is supposed to be the parang more mild, the more natural looking sheen on your skin. And then you can build it up. And then you can top it with Hustla Baby. So if you're looking for something really shocking, like a really nice glow, then this is what you use. I'm going to use Mean Money first. Trusty Morphe G23. And I'm going to put it here as like a normal sheen. And then I'm going to move on to the next product. Before I try out Hustla Baby, I'll use Hustla Baby later on when I have more makeup. And go over. I didn't set, no? I never do that. I've been meaning to set. Okay, wait. I've been meaning to set my skin. I watched all these reviews or videos where they kept saying, you know, you don't need to set your skin. You don't need to set your makeup. And I was thinking the whole time, of course I need to set my makeup. That doesn't apply here. This is the Philippines. And looking at it now, it feels like I completely forgot that I needed to set it. And it looks like I don't need to set it when I look at it now. Because it did dry down to a finish that you can walk out with. I'm gonna go with this look first, and then I'm gonna set it and then add the other stuff later on. So again, I'm going in with Mean Money on top of the cream highlight. Okay, it's very, very, I mean, it's not as stained as people were making it out to be. Like, when I watched yung mga videos nila, they kept saying that it's kind of very subtle. To me, this is a good highlight. I don't need a lot. I don't like looking like I have that stripe on my face. So this one I like. I would wear this for an event. And I would wear this for a normal day. I'm going to try it on the corners of my eyes with a MAC pencil brush, 219 SE. And I'm going to put it on the bridge of my nose a little bit. Again, this is without me setting my face. Okay, that's what it looks like. Oh, see, on screen it looks really good. There's that, bam. Meron naman na. Bakit sabi nila parang wala? then that means Hustle Baby is going to really, really scare me then. Okay, I'm gonna finish this look first with the last product before we go back to Hustle Baby. The Fenty Beauty by Rihanna Gloss Bomb Universal Lip Luminizer. I'm not a gloss girl. I've never been. Even in high school when everyone was using gloss, I found it weird and sticky and annoying. When I got older and I had to do my makeup, I had to do full on makeup, I realized that gloss looked really good over like nude lipstick, and sometimes there are just certain looks that look really good with that glossy lip. So I learned to use gloss, but I'm still very, very picky with my gloss. The only glosses that I like so far, I love the one from Buxom, but I've run out of it and I can't find it here in the Philippines, so I don't have that anymore. I still need to buy it again. And every now and then I would use my NARS and Laura Mercier, but other than that, I don't use any other gloss. You're gonna have to really work for it. Gloss Bomb, and I saw the color, I saw how it looked on everyone. I love that it's a universal color for everyone, and from what I've seen, it does look good on everyone. It looks different on everyone, but it looks good on everyone. Different shades, different skin tone, and I want to see how it looks on me. Let me show you the product real quick. It's the Fenty Glow. That's the shade. I'm guessing she'll have more in the future. Oh, wow, that's big. That's one of my bigger glosses, I think. They're usually really tiny, right? And it's really pretty. The packaging is very luxurious. And the color looks a lot like my Buxom one, so I'm very excited. Oh, I'm scared. This is me going on over my real lips with a discoloration. I guess it'll kind of look like I'm wearing lip liner with a darker lip liner to outline. It looks more natural. It's not creating that thing. That looks really natural. I like it. I actually kind of like it. Alright, so I'm just gonna add some more mascara. I added a little bit of mascara. This is still the natural look. Now I'm gonna add a little more makeup. I added some mascara and eyeliner. So this is what it looks like without me setting the foundation, and usually that would be too weird for me to do, but a lot of people were saying that they didn't need to set their foundation. I usually would not skip that part, but in this case, hindi mo kasi makita na hindi nakaset yung foundation mo. So that's what happened to me. I completely forgot that I hadn't set it. But now that I'm checking, earlier I had some creasing dito sa eye. So definitely, if you're gonna use it as a base eyeshadow, you're probably gonna have to set that. On the rest of the face, though, it feels like hindi kailangan. But we live in the Philippines. I live in the Philippines and it gets really humid. I'm indoors now, so maybe that's a factor kaya hindi ako nag-oil up agad ng sobra, but I'm probably gonna need to set this at least in the T-zone area. So that's what I'm gonna do now. I didn't buy her blotting powder just because I still have my MAC one, which I believe is the same thing maybe. I might be wrong, but it might have been too much to get that now. So I'll just use this. This has been very good to me. So I'm gonna use that on my T-zone because I don't think you need to set anywhere else. So I'm just gonna put it all over my T-zone and the under eye area. So colorless lang siya, so it's not gonna change your foundation, whatever. You definitely on the chin. I get oily in the chin area, but I feel like I won't have to set it here sa cheek area. Okay na siya. Mind you, I haven't put on any blush, any other contour except for the one kanina. I feel like I don't even need to add to that. So that is what it looks like now that I've set the T-zone and the under eye area. I really, really like how it looks. I could, if I had some eye makeup, I would definitely host to this already, even with the lip gloss. The lip gloss is actually working for my lips, even though I feel like they're not the same color. I don't hate it. I mean, it looks very natural. It looks good. Before I completely end this, I will add the other side of the Killawatt highlight duo, and I'm going to use Hustle Baby. From the reactions that I've seen, people love it. I probably will love it too, and I'm a little scared because this is already quite blinding for me. But we'll see. Oh! Oh yeah, that's blinding. No. Mean Money, Hustler Baby. Whoa. Mean Money, Hustler Baby. For this kind of natural look, I think Hustler Baby's too much. But for a full face of makeup, I think you're gonna love it. I will love it. But let's do it anyway because I've already started with the other side and I'm gonna look silly if I don't put it on the other side as well. Wow, that is really metallic and really shiny. I'm gonna put some in the corners of my eyes. Now this is what I need in here. Oh, I think that's it. All in all, I love everything that I bought. I do not regret buying any of them. I think I'm definitely going to get to use all of them. Either on a normal day, which makes me so happy because I can use it as well on a regular day and I don't have to wait for an event to use it. And I'm so happy that they're also really good enough to be used on a full face of makeup, which I will be using for my more made up days, which is when I get to host or attend events. So all in all, I'm really happy with everything. If you have a budget and you just really need to try some of the products, I would suggest, I think you can skip the primer. Foundation for sure, if you're a foundation kind of girl. And even if you're not, I think you can use this sparingly para very light. Among the sticks, I can live without tripping just because I have other cream highlighters. I love chili mango, but that's me. So if you're morena like me and you maybe have darker skin, I think you're really gonna like this chili mango as like a blush of some sort. Maybe you can live without mocha, but bamboo I really like as well. So these are the two things from this group that I think would be really nice to buy. Kilowatt, if you're not a highlighter kind of girl, then I guess you can live without this. But if you do love highlight, then I think you're gonna get your money's worth with this one because you have a more tamed highlighter and then you have something that's really blingy and very noticeable. So I think you get value for money with this one also as compared to yung mga full lang niya na highlighter. So I think this one is also pretty worth it if you're looking for a highlighter. And the lip gloss, from all the reviews that I've seen, a lot of people think that, you know, this one they can kind of live without as well. And in my opinion, just because I don't have very many lip glosses, and again, I'm very picky with them, I think this is a good buy. So for me, I would probably recommend that you get this also, just because if you have a lot of lip glosses, then maybe you don't need this. But if you are looking for a really good lip gloss and you're like me na kailangan very specific, not annoyingly, you know, sticky, not heavy on the lips, it's really not heavy now that it's been there for a while, a good flexible color, then I think this is a really good buy. That's about it. I think I really enjoyed this. I'm so happy I finally got my Fenty. And I am very excited for you too. If you have placed your order or if you plan to buy it as well, good luck and I hope you enjoy your products. Thank you so much everyone for watching. I'll see you guys very soon. Bye.